Chrissy-O here from Chrissy-O's Clucky Chronicles, and today let's just have a little conversation about kind of unleashing and unloading some stress, especially when you're working with babies, flocks and animals and homesteading, farmsteading, all different kinds of stuff. So let's just talk about that and some ways that you can combat being so exhausted and tired and overworked. All right, we'll talk about a few of those things. So yeah, anyway, thanks for joining us, thanks for subscribing. I appreciate all y'all. All right, here we go. Let's get into it a little bit. First things first, let's walk over here, look into the barn and see how things went. Now, I showed you guys the other day where we had moved the new bookcase back here in the back. We moved all of that. Oh, sorry about that weirdness there. But we have bookcases here with the dresser drawers, bookcases over there, and different areas for the girls and boys to have little eggies. And there's an eggie. That's what happens when they lay them down there. We got an eggie down there that rolled out of the box. So they like to explore, do their things, and just have a good time. And they just enjoy it. They like the bookcases a whole lot better. Now, I'm not really for sure what I'm going to do when I run out of bookcases, because these bookcases came from storage shed that I had, where I had stacked them up from a previous place that I had them at last year, previous business that I had retired out of, and I just kept them, and I'm glad I kept them, because you never know what you're going to need and how you're going to need it and who's going to do whatever. And they really do, my babies really enjoy the baskets, things that sit on the ground over there for the older ones, and they really like the bookcases. They also, as you can see, can't remember which one popped up there, in the dresser drawer, they like that. Now, when the dresser drawers become so heavily soiled, they come apart, we take them out there to the burn bin and we dispose of them, we burn them. There's certain parts we can compost and certain parts we can't. The parts we can compost, we do, and the parts we can't, we don't. So anyway, just thought I'd update you guys and let you know. And somebody's down here eating my shoes and my pants. It's you. I saw you do it. Anyway, so now let's have a little conversation. Shall we walk and talk, or just sit still and stand still, or whatever? Oh, let's walk. Now, if you're running a homestead, a farmstead, a something stead, you're dealing with animals, right? Animals, you know, they need a lot of stuff from you. They need a lot of stuff. They do a lot of stuff for you. They're either producing you something that you're going to use or consume, or they're there to serve whatever purpose it is that you need them to serve. And that's just how it works in the animal and farm world. So here on our small little area and place that we have, all of these are hand-raised laying hens of all different types of breeds. They lay all different colors of eggs, sizes of eggs, types of eggs, you name it. They're probably out here, and you're probably going to see some of them running around chasing and fighting each other, because 'tis the season, it's fall, and that's just what they do here. And I'm trying to tell them, can you just hold on? Hold on, Bobby. I'm trying to tell these people, okay? They're very needy. They're also all time consuming when it comes to taking care of your animals, your flock, all types of stuff. They've got to have constant clean water, just like us, constant food. I give mine snackies twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day, just depends on, you know, where I'm at, what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. They've got to have clean housing, clean areas. It's a lot. It is a lot. What happened? Oh, I bumped a chicken. It's a lot. It's a lot to take in, and it's a lot, and it can be so overwhelming, especially if you're new at this and you don't know anything about chickens or ducks or quails or geese or goats or whatever it is, whatever animal it is that you're taking care of. It's a lot, and it takes a lot of work and extra work and time from you. So I always tell people, if you don't have the extra time to put into your animals, your flocks, whatever you're taking care of, don't do it, because from sun up to sundown, they still require a lot. Now, there's different scenarios for every different person that is a keeper of animals, be it farm, homestead, farmstead, whatever it is. You have a lot of things that you have to do in a small amount of time to do it in. So efficiency is going to be your, you know, your key to everything. Make sure you're carving out enough time in your mornings, your afternoons, or your evenings to taking care of all these babies, getting them everything that they need. That way that their health is good, and you don't have to really stress and worry so much about it. What makes it difficult is having no help, and you're trying to do it by yourself. That's hard. Don't overwhelm yourself with too many animals and too many things at once. Just get you a few little things that you can handle, especially if you don't have any help and you're just soloing it by yourself. Now, if you can handle it and you can do these things yourself, then by all means, do it. I keep running into the same chicken. Just make sure that whatever you're doing, that you carve out plenty of time for them. And you're still going to have to carve out plenty of time for yourself and your own needs. But, like for my babies, feed, water, housing, snackies, everything that they could humanly possibly need, I make sure that they have it. Same thing, if you were over here visiting at my house, I'd say, hey, you got to have somewhere to sleep. I'm going to feed you, give you a bunch of snackies. We're going to be good friends, and we're going to have a good time out here. So everybody's happy and healthy and all that good stuff. So you want to do the same thing for these babies out here. So carve your time out wisely, and don't overwhelm yourself with too many babies that you can't take care of, because it's not going to be good for you, and it's definitely not going to be good for them. Now let's say one of these mean old roos that keep playing peekaboo with me, let's say that one of them got sick or something happened to them and I couldn't heal them with the treatments and the things that I have here. Well, then you got to worry about having extra money and extra time to get them to the proper vet. These little rascals here can be sick on a dime. Now, there's a lot of natural remedies and a lot of natural things that you can do to prevent that, and things that you can give them to help alleviate problems. There's stuff that you can buy online. There's so many different methods, but like with my Linda, that's Linda's twin, that's Sharon right there. My little Linda, her head always pops up when I say her name. Linda got so bad off this year, we didn't know what was wrong with her. We took her to the vet, and unfortunately, Linda did not make it, and that's Bobby's mama, was Linda. So Bobby has had a lot of issues since then, since she passed. But, I mean, there's nothing you can do about it if they get so sick. Linda had tumors, she had cancer. I didn't know that they could even have tumors like that, but they do. So you got to make sure you're carving out plenty of money, plenty of time. Find a good farm vet, a good poultry vet. Find somebody that is good with farm animals and that can help you with your babies as much as possible in the event you can't heal them up or you can't make them better. Ain't that right, Nicole? Ain't that right, Bobby? Poor Bobby. There's just not a thought behind his noggin. Maybe it's your floppy comb. I don't know. Anyway, get yourself a good vet. We have a very good vet for our area. Now, another thing you're going to need to look at and see is, do you have the area for them? Do you have barns and pens and places? Are you going to free range? What are you going to do? How are you going to do it? All of these things should be figured out before you get babies, and things should be put into place and systems should be put into place. We have a schedule, a feeding schedule that we do, and you know, our bob whites, they're out here. They love the seeds. We give them wild bird seed too, along with their regular feed, scratch grains, different things, and they know when it's feeding time because they'll come in there and they'll gather around us. All the babies just, they love that. And anytime we come out here, they're like, oh, hey mama, okay, we see you out here, you and the boys, you're out here, so it must be time to get snackies. I just make sure with you guys, if you follow along, you subscribe, you know, you saw us when we got all this pen and all this stuff built. And then we built the new barn. Then you saw when we got all these babies here that were adopted. They were given to us to take care of for a young family, and one that's in college, so we're having a lovely time with them. And we also have the Angry Roo pen back here. So we've got room. We've got a lot of room, 12.5 acres to be exact. So I got plenty of room to do things with, to put pens, to put stuff. If I free range anybody, I mean, that's fine. It's my business. We open doors and they can run out and do whatever they want to do. But they do have places that they can sleep at night and roost and secure places that they can be. Same thing, greenhouse. I've got greenhouse. I've got plants. All kinds of stuff that we're working on in there. We have composting boxes, different types of things. And it just works. So you want to make sure whatever you're doing, it's got to work for you. You don't want to jump into something that you're not too sure about just because they're cute. Because I'm telling you, they might be cute and they might be fluffy, but they literally require the majority of my day because they require a lot of upkeep, a lot of cleaning, and a lot of stuff. So you got to make sure that things are good. They're not as low maintenance as people make them out to be, especially my ducks. My ducks are very high maintenance. They're very bougie babies. Now, with talking about time management, you know, acreage or whatever, you can run anything on an acre. I mean, there's people that do it in less than an acre, depending on what you want to do. Like, what do you want to have? You know, what are you going to have room for as far as these animals go? You got to have all of your stuff in place. You got to have so many things that they need. Plus, you got to have the funding for it. Unless you're going to be self-sufficient, you're going to grow your own stuff. And then still, you got to plan for that too. So don't overload yourself and stress yourself out in the beginning. Start off with maybe a pair of chickens. Get you 2, you know. Get 2 little bob whites. They are chasing each other around in here, so cute. Get you 2 little bob whites. Start that way. Start slow and then grow. Because I see so many people making mistakes and they're like, oh, I'm going to get goats, I'm going to get 50 chickens, I'm going to get all of these ducks, all of these quails, all these pheasants, all these things, and then they find out that they are stressed out and overwhelmed because they do require a lot of cleaning, a lot of maintenance, a lot of health checks, a lot of everything. They require a lot, not only from you because they depend on you to do that, but you're kind of dependent on yourself too to get out and do these things. So it can cause a lot of extra stress that you may not have anticipated. So don't think that just because all these pens and yards and things that we have out here is just all fun and games all the time. It's not. It's not. Every baby out here on this yard has a personality. I know them because I've either hatched them or I've hand raised them. So I know everybody. I know their needs. I know when somebody's not feeling good. I know when something's not quite up to par. And I know when the structures, the barns, all those things, when they need maintenance or they need some type of care. So don't ever think that just because you see these things online that they are great, wonderful things to have. I mean, yeah, for the most part, we do have a lot of fun with them out here. But there are some days that I don't show you where I would literally just sit on my bench in the chicken yard and just stare at everybody and like, oh my gosh, I need a break. I need a breather. Woo! I wish you guys could fill up your water bowl by yourself today because I don't really feel like doing it. So you have those moments as well. So not everything is all roses and peachy when it comes to homestead farmsteads. We work very hard with very little for what we do and what we produce and what we have. And giving back to people is a really big deal. To me, it's always been something that I've always had a heart for, is to help somebody else other than myself. I'm more of a giver than a receiver anyway. I have a really hard time receiving things. But these babies out here, they're unconditionally little love fluffs. They are, because they know that their help, their food, their snackies, everything's going to come from me and my family. So it does make it balance out in the end, but still, don't get it twisted. It is very hard work, and unless you're accustomed to this type of work, or you're willing to make all of the necessary sacrifices to put in the work to take care of animals, farm animals, those types of things, could get yourself into some not only emotional stress but financial stress and just things that you really weren't prepared for. So before you start anything, make sure you do your research first and make sure that you're well equipped and ready to take care of them, because it's consistent, constant needs, just like with us. So hopefully that helps. Let's go peek at the babies a little bit. And if you have any questions, like always, just leave them in the comments below, or you can go to ChrissyOShow.com, send them to me there. I'll do my best to be as honest as I can. So let's go see some babies. So these girls have been with me now almost, what, 2 months? And they've had a really good time. Charlie's been a really great roo for them. That's why we call them Charlie's Angels. Tammy's really standoffish. But for the most part, these girls are fabulous. They have been so sweet. And we have had a really good time getting them used to our snacky schedule and other types of schedules and things. Tammy's so pretty. She's such a pretty bird. And Charlie's a beautiful bird too. I can't wait to see what kind of babies from them we will hatch in the spring, because that's what my goal is to hatch some of their babies, because Charlie's a lovely boy and they're very cute and fluffy. But you know, it's taken us some time to get used to things here, which it does anytime you have any type of babies. It does. It takes us time. They have a really good personality, which makes it wonderful. And you never really know when they come from other farms and other places, you know, what their stress level is going to be. And my stress level, you know, I was like, oh my goodness, I have brand new babies to take care of, you know, I hope I can do right by them. Charlie's a little frisky today. I don't know. He's a little silly. But anyway, these babies, they're fabulous. They're doing well. I do not need to move them to the other big yard. My plan is just to keep them here because they're happier here. They're used to this, and Charlie is doing a wonderful job protecting the girls. He really is. Charlie's doing a fabulous job protecting the girls, and I'm for sure we're going to have some lovely babies on account of it. So, we're not stressed anymore out here, are we, Charlie? You've really got some pretty girls out here, and you're doing a fabulous job, buddy. Well, that's going to do it for today. I'm out here with the angry roos. They're probably going to start screaming in the background because they know it's snacky time. Again, I spoil mine. Be prepared to do the same for yours, no matter what kind of animal you take care of, whatever it's producing for you or whatever it's doing for you on your homestead or farmstead. Just know that you got to have patience, time, got to have the resources to be able to take care of everything in the places that you want them to be. Coops, barns, free range. Just make sure that you got what you need. They're awesome. They might be angry, but I think they like me just a little bit. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing. I heart y'all great big. I really do appreciate y'all for sticking it out with us and enjoying all of these episodes and different things on our wonderful, lovely farmstead, homestead life that we have out here with all the many different animals and personalities and stuff that we got going on. So I appreciate y'all. Don't forget to check out the website at ChrissyOShow.com. Sign up for the newsletter. Read the blogs every Monday. YouTube shorts are every morning. And our longer vlogs are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. So thank y'all so much. I'm going to go get me a glass of sweet tea and sit down for about 5 minutes before somebody else starts crowing or needs something. So, bye.